Today we will be discussing the importance of budgeting and handling your personal finances. The purpose of this class is for you to learn how to identify your total monthly income and expenses and create a monthly budget. By the end of this class, you should be able to understand how you are responsible for managing your personal finances and money. When you get a job, you will earn money. Another word for this is called a salary or income. The more you work or the more skills required for the job, the more income you will get. To meet your financial needs, every employable member of your family may need to work, especially when you first arrive to the United States. Everyday things cost money. Groceries, clothes, rent, utilities. Utilities are things like a heater, electricity, running water, or gas to heat your home. Financial obligations in the U.S., such as your rent or repaying your travel loan, will affect your ability to send money back home to your relatives or friends. You will need to prioritize paying your bills every month before sending money home to family or friends. The money you earn is yours to use how you want. However, a portion of your paycheck will be taken out as taxes. Normally, taxes are taken straight from your paycheck before they're deposited into your bank. Taxes are a personal and civic responsibility. Everyone in the United States has to pay them no matter what job you have. Tax money is used by the government to make our cities better. For example, taxes are used to improve and maintain public infrastructure like roads and fund schools or pay for emergency services like the ambulances or fire truck services. There are also public assistance programs that are funded by our taxes. These include Medicaid and the food stamps program. These are examples of pay stubs. A pay stub is a document record of how much you worked in a pay period, usually 2 weeks, and what your take-home pay will be. The red circle shows the different tax withholdings with the amount of taxes taken out of your paycheck. These taxes support local and federal government programs. Your gross income is your pay amount before taxes are taken out. Your net income is the amount of money you actually receive after the taxes have been taken out. This is also known as take-home pay. Each spring, you will need to file your taxes with the state and federal government. This means accounting for your income and making sure you have not under or overpaid your taxes. The last day to file your taxes is on April 15th of each year for the previous year. You can start filing as soon as you receive your tax forms from your employer. For most jobs, this will be a W-2 form that shows all your income for the previous year. If you own your own business, the tax forms may be different. Utah Valley Refugee staff can help you find resources to file your taxes for free or for a low cost. If you underpay taxes from the last year, you will owe the government some money. If you overpaid taxes, you will receive money back from the government. When the government owes you money back, that is known as a tax return. You can receive a tax return for having kids in the home or having a low income. If you have a higher paying job, you are taxed more. As your income changes, the amount of taxes you pay will also change. It is U.S. law that you must file taxes. If you don't, you can get in trouble with the government and with the IRS, the agency that manages taxes in the United States. There are 2 types of taxes. Taxes specific to the state where you live, in this case, Utah, and federal taxes. The percentage of money taken out of your paycheck is determined by how much money you make. You will have higher taxes when you earn more money. There are different forms of money in the U.S. The first is physical money in the form of cash bills or coins. The bills come in the denominations shown on the screen: 1, 2, 5, 10, 20, 50, and $100 bills. Coins come in 1, 5, 10, and 25 cent values, as well as a $1 coin. Second are checks. Checks are papers issued by your bank which you can use instead of cash to pay your bills or to get paid. You'll need to use your banking app or go in person to your bank to deposit or to receive printed checks. Third are debit and credit cards. These cards are directly connected to your bank account. When you use a debit card, the money will immediately leave your bank account. If you don't have enough money, your debit card will be declined. A credit card is a way of borrowing money from your bank, which you then need to pay back every month. If you do not pay it back on time, you will owe the bank a fee.
This fee will increase over time as it gathers interest if you do not pay it back. A credit card is an easy way to build credit, which shows that you are financially reliable. Having a good credit score shows the bank that you are reliable with your money, and they will be more likely to give you a loan in the future if you need to buy a car or to purchase a house. Your landlord can also look at your credit history to determine whether or not they want to sign a lease with you. Most people in the United States keep their money in banks. Direct deposit is the most common method of payment for jobs in the United States. When you get paid, your paycheck will be directly deposited into your bank account after the payroll period ends. This is an automatic process that allows your records to be kept together and is fast and a secure method for payment. To be paid by direct deposit, you first need to open a bank account. There are many banks across Utah which you can choose from. To open a bank account, you will need to fill out paperwork and go to the bank in person. You'll need to show 2 forms of ID and your address. Most banks offer apps that you can download on your phone to allow you to access your finances and your statements at any time. This can also be helpful in tracking your budget. Banks also offer services through ATMs. These are machines that you can use to withdraw cash, deposit cash, or make balance inquiries without having to go to your bank. Keep in mind there are often fees when withdrawing money from ATMs. Banking in the United States, including online banking, is generally safe and is a convenient way to manage your money. You do need to be careful to keep your bank information private so no one can steal your money or information. Do not use unsecured Wi-Fi to access your online bank information. Only use internet connections that you trust. Here are some tips to prevent identity theft or from someone using your credit cards or money without you knowing. Do not overshare your personal information online. This could include things like your birthday, your credit card or debit card numbers, and your address. Be very careful with your financial documents like your bank statements. Do not leave these out for people to see or to steal. Do not leave pictures of these documents on your phone. Use strong and complicated passwords that you can remember, but that would not be easy for someone else to guess. Change your password frequently. Check your bank statements regularly. Make sure there's nothing abnormal about your transactions and verify that only you have been using your credit cards and debit cards. You can set up notifications from your banking app to be notified if there are unusual purchases on your bank account. If you're ever in doubt if something is a scam, contact your bank directly through their official number on their website, never from a link sent to you in a text. Maintain antivirus and anti-malware software on your phone and your computer. Keep your technology up to date and allow updates when asked so your online banking will stay secure. A credit score is a number that shows how well you handle money. If your score is high, above 700, you will have an easier time being approved for car or home loans and securing rental contracts. If your score is low, less than 600, it can become harder to be approved for loans or to be approved for renting a home or apartment. It is very important to pay your bills on time to build good credit. If you pay your bills late, you could lose services like heating or electricity in your home or be kicked out of your apartment by your landlord. This could also make it harder to get housing in the future if you have a history of not paying your rent on time. You can build your credit by paying your rent on time every month and by using a credit card and paying your bills off every month. A budget is a helpful tool to manage your finances. It is essentially a plan for your money, outlining what you expect to earn, spend, and save every month. It also helps you track what you're actually spending your money on. Budgets help you be prepared for deadlines, help you set goals, and make a plan to achieve those goals. To start making your budget, make a list of all your regular monthly expenses. These will include your rent, housing fees, utilities, internet, phone payment, insurance, and food costs. Next, list out your total monthly income. Subtract your expenses from your income. This is how much you have to spend on extra things or to save. Budgeting each month will help you reduce debt and increase your savings. It will help you not spend more than you earn and make sure you can pay for all your living expenses. Here are some examples of a budget. Your case manager will work with you to make your own household budget to get started. When making a budget, it is very important to know the difference between your wants and your needs. You should put the things that you need in your budget first. Make sure there is enough money to afford rent, utilities, and food. These are the necessities. Things that we want or would be nice to have, like a newer phone, jewelry, a car, video games, or sending money home to family, may be purchased and spent only when you have saved money for them after paying for your necessities. As you are starting to work and earn money, focus on these essential needs like rent and utilities because those are the most important. When you are financially stable enough to afford your bills like rent, food, and medical care, then you can start saving money to spend on the things you want but don't need. Do not go into debt for your wants. There are many companies which can provide you services like internet and phone service. You should compare the prices and see which companies have the best available price for your budget. Some examples include cellular and Wi-Fi plans, public transportation, and grocery stores. Most of the time, there are multiple options for services, and you will need to make the best financial decision for you and your family. There are online budget resources and community financial classes you can take to learn more about saving money. Use these resources as often as you need so you can become financially stable and independent. There are financial classes offered here in Provo by the My Hometown program and Community Action, for example, which will teach you about budgeting and financial planning. We hope this lesson has helped you understand more about the U.S. financial system and about how to manage your own finances. If you are struggling with saving money or understanding your expenses, please meet with your case manager and they will help you with your budget.